Because what does being humble get you? What? People are going to be like, oh, you're so humble. You're so humble. Oh, cool. Perfect. What does that do for you? Every time you're really good at something and you remain humble, what does that do for you? Do you internally tell yourself to be quiet because you don't want to be making other people feel bad? So the what? Like, truly, this is what I'm embodying from now on. I am really good at what I do. Use this Leo Mars transit energy and listen to this Leo Mars tell you that being confident, there's nothing wrong with being confident. There's nothing wrong with you being loudly and proudly confident. You know what I mean? If there's something that you love and there's a skill that you have, chances are that's your thing, right? That's your thing. It could be anything. It could be anything. Stop downplaying how good you are at it. Stop. Stop downplaying how good you are at it. Just say you're the best at it. Say you're the best at it. Own that shit. Truly. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to Yap Therapy. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I mean, since the Scorpio full moon is in 3 days, I just thought we should do a full moon check. I mean, it's a Scorpio full moon, so you already know that it's going to be intense. It's going to be cathartic. You're probably going to be feeling like shit until you feel better. You know what I mean? That is the cycle of Scorpio energy, right? Like, you are going to go through the death, and then when the rebirth happens, you're going to feel a lot better, depending on obviously where this full moon is going to be in your chart. That's the area of your life that it will affect. That's the area of your life that you will burn shit down in order to build back up, in order to renew. You know what I mean? It's time to confront some big stuff. And Scorpio full moon energy always asks us, do we go low or do we go high? You know, those are the two options here. And whether you're going to let whatever it is that is bothering you, that you're ready to let go of, whether you're going to let it drag you down, or are you going to rise like the phoenix, you know, because there is the scorpion. The 3 evolutions of Scorpio are the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. And I think it's crazy when you think about Scorpio because there are really like 2 different types of Scorpios. If you really, really know Scorpios and you know enough Scorpios to have a good sample size, I think there are so many people that have bad experiences with Scorpios because they've met Scorpios that are operating at their lowest vibration, which is not obviously the best energy. Or you have Scorpios around you that are solid friends to you, maybe a partner, maybe, you know, in your family that you know are loyal to you and will take care of you and will heal you like no one else ever before. You guys, let's take a little break. Honestly, I am dealing with the most ridiculous, annoying fly, and I can't get it out of my room. And it's bugging me. It's bugging me, but it's okay. It's giving Scorpio full moon. It's giving I'm annoyed, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we will persist. We will rise like the phoenix. So yeah, talking about the full moon, one of my favorite astrologers ever is called Star, Moon, and Sun. Her name is Danielle, and she's amazing. Go follow her everywhere. And she had recently tweeted, and she said, anytime we are talking about Plutonic or Scorpio energy, we are talking about the choice between going low or going high. We are faced with, should I do what I've always done? Should I take revenge? Or should I use this energy to catapult myself and fly above like the eagle, or reinvent myself like the phoenix? Remember to breathe. And I feel like that is the best advice for Scorpio energy for anyone that doesn't have any Scorpio in their chart, who's still going to be affected by the full moon, obviously. Whatever pops up for you, it can be very, very easy for you to go low and for you to take out your anger that's been building up. And sometimes maybe you need to do that. But if for some reason you have the ability, you have the patience to take even one step back and view the situation from a bird's eye view, I encourage you to do that, because the power that you feel actually looking at something objectively instead of letting your emotions drown you in it, there's nothing better than that feeling, truly. And that comes from a Scorpio. Like, it feels so good when you are at that low vibration to just let it take over, and for your anger to fuel you and for you to spew it back out and to hurt other people because you're in pain. Like, that is just the easiest thing to do, and it will have an effect. But afterwards, you're not going to feel as good. And that is just a fact. When the scorpion stings, it also hurts itself. You know what I mean? And you don't want to deal with that. So if you have any patience, if you have any grace to give, if you have any fucks to give when it comes to your own mental health after the fact of whatever situation you're in, I encourage you to, just look at it from a bird's eye view, or take a beat, because I think it's very, very, very easy, especially with this particular full moon, for shit to pop off because of that Uranus energy, because it's going to be opposing Uranus and Taurus, and then also it's going to be squaring Leo Mars, right? And squaring Pluto. Oh my God. Yeah, this this Scorpio full moon is intense, but also it can be very powerful and transformative, much like anything Scorpio related. Like when you think about truly the essence of power and what it means, a lot of times you have to go through bullshit to feel powerful. You really do. You don't just wake up and you're like powerful, unless you're like a Nepo baby. But let's be honest, even with Nepo babies, I personally believe that they always have this fear inside of them that people think that they didn't get it all by themselves, and without their parents, they wouldn't be powerful. Like, even if they don't act like it, because why would they? You know, they're cocky most of the time. I think that is still something that they deal with because they didn't accumulate this power by themselves, you know? So even with that example, I feel like what I said stands true. So if you want to feel powerful, you have to be willing to go through the bullshit, because that is when you really see yourself, I mean your soul and your resilience, after you go through bullshit. After you go through bullshit and see how you handle it, if you are proud of yourself when it comes to how you handled it, then you feel powerful afterwards, because you see what you can heal from. You know what I mean? You see how resilient you are. You see what you've gone through, and you don't let it phase you. I think people that have not gone through anything in life, the first time that something bad happens to them, that's why they freak out. Like, the kids that go to college and they've been sheltered their whole life, right? Like, their parents didn't let them do anything, and they weren't creative enough to sneak out or do anything on their own. Like, they literally followed all the rules, and then they go to college and then they get into the craziest shit, or they have to come back because they couldn't handle their drinking, or you know what I mean? Like, because they were never exposed to any sort of hardship, right? So in my opinion, if you have, heavy Pluto, 8th house Scorpio placements, I genuinely think our resilience is our superpower, and it's meant to show everyone else in the world. Like, every single sign has a different energy that they are giving the world and that the world needs. I think one of our many superpowers is our resilience and our ability to sit with the pain, and then transmute it and alchemize it into something that is worth showing the world, worth taking with us to the next phase of our life, right? Like, because you burn it all down, but when you burn it all down, yes, you're letting go of that old identity, but you're taking the lessons learned with you. You're not just completely burning it down and then you're a whole new person and you forget everything you've gone through. No. We are rebuilding our identity and becoming a new person and, dying to be reborn, but we're not forgetting everything that our old identities taught us, everything that we've gone through. So I think if you want to take away anything with this Scorpio full moon energy, is to understand that no matter how bad it gets, you can come out of it, and you will come out of it. And depending on how bad it is, that's how stronger you'll be after you come out of it. And that's how much trust you'll have in yourself moving forward when life throws shit at you, right? I think it's easy to get stuck in the victim mindset and think to yourself, well, why is this happening to me? Why does it always have to be me? When you can really just take your power back, go through it, be in it, because you have to be in it. When you're going through shit, you're in it, no matter what, you're in it. So accept it, be in it, and then come out of it being proud of yourself, being proud of what you went through and your resilience to keep going. I mean, every single person watching this, I want you to know, you just being alive, you continuing on, not to be morbid, but it's true, you continuing on is an act of courage. I always say this life, this planet, it's not easy. It's not easy. Everything that we deal with here, everything that we have to experience, all the temptation, all the shitty people, like, you know what I mean? Shitty circumstances. This planet is not an easy place to live on, And obviously there are so many good moments, but there are also so many bad moments. So when you are hard on yourself, just remember, no matter, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you did yesterday. I don't care what you did this year, the past 10 years, no matter what, you being here and continuing to move forward in life, That is an act of courage. So be more gracious towards yourself and understand that your resilience is your superpower. And if you weren't resilient, you wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So take your power back and don't give it up just because life throws some shit at you. You know, the universe is always going to test us. Sadly, like that is just the point of life. It's always going to test you. You're always going to be in these situations where your character needs to be tested. And you can come out of it feeling proud of using what you learned in the past to deal with the situation better this time. Or you can come out of it feeling guilty and feeling like a victim because you chose to once again take a step down in your healing journey and react rather than looking at the situation from a bird's eye view like an eagle, or completely being a phoenix and letting go of the situation because it just doesn't have room in this new identity that you've created for yourself when you've transformed into this new era, into this new phoenix. Okay, so random funny story. I was at the gym the other day. I just had to share with you guys because I shared it with everyone in my life that I wanted to laugh. So of course you guys are a part of my life, so I want to share it with you. I was at the gym the other day and it's really cool. My gym, it's in a old school like movie theater. So they're always playing a movie at the gym or a documentary or something, right? So the other day I was, at the gym minding my business. I'm on the elliptical, reading my book on my Kindle because I've come to realize reading while doing cardio, the time goes by like that. Anyway, so I'm reading, but I can't help but sometimes look up and see what movie's playing, right? I look up and boom, there's a penguin documentary on it. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And right at the very moment that I looked up, it was showing this scene and saying that basically because of the courtship between male penguins and female penguins, sometimes when two female penguins want one male penguin, the third party female penguin will come and like fight the other girl penguin in front of the guy penguin. And I'm just like, oh shit, like it's going down. And I literally hollered, like I had to laugh out loud because it was so funny. The funniest part was that they said the male penguin just like doesn't acknowledge it and like looks around, like kind of like pretends it's not happening. And I just really couldn't help but think like, wow, like there are weird bitches everywhere. Even the birds be fighting, even the penguins be fighting, even in nature, the girls are fighting. And I hate to see it. Like you really are not safe anywhere, girls. I'm just kidding. But honestly, but really, like, it's crazy to me. And I don't know why, like, in my mind, I thought, like, animals weren't messy like that. Like, I genuinely thought, like, they were loyal. And that's really dumb of me. That's dumb of me to assume, but it was literally the most chaotic thing. And like, what are the chances of me looking up and that is the exact scene that is showing and playing with the subtitles on theater? I was just like, this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely wild. And I just hate it. And it just comes to show, like, there are third-party situations everywhere within humans, with different species. So girls, if you're in one, honestly, just remember that the penguins are dealing with this shit too. So it had me thinking, why is it that it's more frequent for girls to be fighting over men versus men fighting over women? Like, I hate that for us women. I really, really do. I just genuinely want everyone to know, like, I wish it was like broadcasted on TV every morning or wherever people, like, make it a freaking commercial, like those don't do drugs commercials, right? Like, make some commercials and let the people know there is a man for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you do not have to fight over a man. There are plenty of men everywhere. I want every girl and every woman to understand that. But the problem is, because see, I be thinking about it. The problem is, I think a lot of people actually know that. They know that there are other men, but somehow they want the man that has a girl already, that has a woman already. Like, I'm not saying every woman is like that, obviously, you guys. I hate that I even have to say this, but I'm talking about the weirdos that want men that are already taken. And I am not placing the blame on the woman. The man is more to blame because the person in the relationship, that's who owes you loyalty, right? When they cheat on you. But we're not discussing that. I'm talking about the third party. Why? Like, why do you do it when there are plenty of options and there are plenty of available people? And I think, because I like to get into the minds. I like to get in the heads of weirdos to try and understand them. I mean, besides the usual of your parents probably didn't show you enough love, you have daddy issues, you have mommy issues, I don't fucking know. You got bullied in the 2nd grade, I don't know. Besides all of that they can deal with their therapist. Besides all of that, I genuinely think it's like an ego thing. I think people don't know how to gain confidence from within, and they think if I were to get someone that already has someone, that somehow puts me on a pedestal, because I didn't just get someone that was available, I got someone that was unavailable, which means it was harder to get them, which means they chose me, which is the most toxic shit I've ever heard. And I always think, if you are a girl and you have had friends who fuck you over and they take your man or whatever, but let's be real, if he gets taken from you, he was never yours to begin with, and it's never your fault. The most beautiful, gorgeous women in the world get cheated on. It's never you, it's a them thing. And obviously I know women cheat too, but right now we're talking about men cheating, okay? So I just think, if you've ever been in a situation where a friend of yours has done this to you, I always like to say, I think they just wanted you. Because why are you? Why do you want everyone I have? I think the real crush here is your crush on me. That is the mindset I want you to embody, because truly, I think it's weird. These people are fucking weird. Like, some people genuinely will want your person because you're with them. You know what I mean? So always, always, always beware of this weird type of behavior. And if you have a gut feeling about someone, do not ignore it, okay? Whether it comes to your partner or the other person, right? Don't ever think like, oh, it's just like them being friendly. If you feel a little bit weird on the inside, that's because there are some boundaries crossed. And if you don't do anything about it, really your partner should be the one doing something about it, because if someone is disrespecting your relationship and crossing boundaries with your partner should be the one that puts that person in their place. It is not your job. It is not your job. So girls should not be fighting over a man. You really should not be. I just wish you would remove yourself from this third party situation. Like, you're not stuck there. It's not jail. Like, this isn't The Bachelor. You don't have to stay. Like, you can just remove yourself from the situation. And I think, like I said, it comes back to ego. I think for a lot of people, it's like, well, you know what? Like, if I leave, that means that they won. So? Like, even though it's not true, so they won. What do they win? A guy that is two-timing women? You think that's the first and last time he's done that? That he's gonna do that? It's not. So might as well just leave, and leave with your peace of mind. Because let's say you win, right? Let's say you win and you stayed in this third-party situation and he chose you. Oh my God, he chose you. You don't even need any other accomplishments in life. This mediocre man chose you. Okay? So even if you do win, what do you win? You win the stress of always thinking, always stressing about whether he's going to put you in this situation again. Like, that's not winning to me. That's you being insecure, and that's you, let's be honest, betraying yourself. Because you are betraying yourself. Every time you stay in a situation where you are not respected, but you stay because it's easier, because of your ego, because you're so in love, because you're codependent, you think your soul doesn't remember that? You think your heart doesn't remember that you betrayed yourself and you allowed yourself to willingly stay in a situation where you're not respected, valued, or loved? You remember that. And slowly your self-worth starts lowering and lowering and lowering. And soon you will be surrounded by people that just take advantage of you, that do not have the best intentions for you, because energetically they will feel that you do not stand up for yourself and that you will let anything slide. And if you fight over a man once, he's going to put you in a situation where you have to fight over him again twice or three times. Because guess what? These men, the men who want women fighting over them, they get an ego kick out of it too. Of course, it feels so good. They're like, oh my God, like they're fighting over me. Ugh, gross, you guys. Don't do it. Leave. Just leave. Leave with your peace of mind. Go hang out with your girls. Go have a roster. Be single. Like, it is not that bad being single. I know I'm in a relationship, but what I'm saying is, especially in this day and age, in this society, they try to paint single women as lonely and like crazy cat ladies. All the single women I know are happy and thriving because they don't have a shitty man that is stressing them out. Don't get me wrong. I have plenty of girlfriends in happy relationships where their men are amazing and my man is amazing. I know plenty of amazing men in relationships, but we're not talking about those guys. We're talking about the guys that are stressing you out. Don't let society paint this very wrong picture of what it's like to be a single woman. Actually, I think single women are thriving more than ever. Your career can be on the up. You have these amazing girlfriends, hopefully. And if you're in a shitty situationship or shitty relationship where it's been so bad that now you've lost your friends, baby, even more of a reason for you to end this relationship so you can start fostering these friendships again. Because friendships, true friendships, they're the ones that last the test of time. They're the ones that are going to be there with you. They're the ones that are going to be the shoulder for you to cry on after you meet these shitty people time and time again. You know what I mean? So do not ever stop watering your friendships just because you got with a man. You know what I mean? Because men don't do it. Men don't do it. When men get in relationships, do you think they forget about their friends? They don't. They still value their friendships. So as women, I think it's really important for us to do the same. You have to have your independence, ladies. You still have to have your own hobbies. You still have to have your own friendships. Like, I'm sorry, this is my opinion. Actually, I'm not sorry. I genuinely think for most people, it's unattractive when you get into a relationship and your whole identity is them. And maybe guys can speak up. Like, is it cute when a girl is with you and all she wants to do is hang out with you and she has no hobbies and she doesn't want to hang out with her friends? Like, if this is a high caliber man, if this is a good man, he would want you to be independent. He would want you to have your friendships and your own hobbies because it's just not cute for you to be latched onto him, you know? So I just have to go on a little rant here. So all in all, don't willingly be in a third-party situation. Now, if you are hidden in the situation or if your partner is hiding that third party, like obviously you don't know what's happening. But at the end of the day, at some point when you figure it out, please leave. Please, I beg of you, leave. For your own mental health, for your own soul. Because you are going to look back, because at some point that relationship will end. Hopefully you're not in that relationship for the rest of your life. And you're going to think back and feel sorry for yourself. You're going to feel like you betrayed yourself because you stayed too long and because you didn't see your own worth, okay? This is me telling you this as your bestie, older sister, cousin, whatever you want me to be for you. I'll be that for you, okay? Ooh, I'm drinking this High Noon pineapple. You know how long it's been since I've had like a drink while filming? It's been a while, actually. This flavor's really good. And I am actually going to watch the Warriors game after this. So that's why she's sipping a little bit on a little something, okay? Hopefully they win. And it's kind of sad because Steph got like an injury. And, you know, he's our star player. But I genuinely do believe in our team. We have a really, really deep bench. Like, our bench players are really, really solid. And I actually just learned about this dude that's on our bench called Pat Spencer. And my man told me the lore about him. Apparently, he was like a professional lacrosse player. He was some of the best. And he actually realized that that's not what he wanted to do long term. He always knew he wanted to do basketball long term. So he just switched over to professional basketball. And I'm just shook because he was apparently just like a star when it came to professional lacrosse. And it's just crazy because he's on our bench, but he has had opportunities to play and he's really good. And I've been liking his personality. And it's just crazy to me, you guys. It's crazy to me that some people, it's not just one professional sport that they're good at. Some of these athletes are good at multiple professional sports. Good enough to be a professional lacrosse player and then just go and be a professional basketball player. Like, that is just freaking crazy. And I looked up his birth chart and he has a Pisces moon. Didn't I tell you? Damn near everybody that is on the Warriors roster has some sort of water sign placement and especially Pisces placement. So that just goes to show why he fits in with them so well. But I will also say, because right now we are playing the Timberwolves and, you know, we won the first game and their star, Anthony Edwards, which I actually really fuck with him. I really like Anthony Edwards. I know that we're going against them, obviously, but I still get to enjoy different players. I think he's amazing, and I love his confidence. Like, I just love his personality. Like, every interview I see with him, I love that he has not switched up, and everyone's like, get a media training. I'm like, no. Media training for what? Like, he's great. He's being honest. He's being himself. It is authentic, and he's one of the few people, I mean, his game shows for it, so he gets to be cocky, and I looked up his birth chart. He's actually a Leo, so it makes sense why he's a little bit cocky, or a lot of bit cocky. And I just enjoy it. I enjoy when people know that they're really good at something and they're not being humble about it. Like, truly, you guys, I think the era of being humble is over. I really do. Because what does being humble get you? What? People are going to be like, oh, you're so humble. You're so humble. Oh, cool. Perfect. What does that do for you? Every time you're really good at something and you remain humble, what does that do for you? Do you internally tell yourself to be quiet because you don't want to be making other people feel bad? So the fuck what? Like, truly, this is what I'm embodying from now on. I am really good at what I do. And maybe it's me tapping into my Leo Mars even more. Like I said, Anthony Edwards is so cocky, but it works because he's so good, you know? So I think in general, we as people, especially women, I will say, have been told that it's good to be humble because you don't want to make other people feel bad. And I say, fuck that. I say, fuck that shit. Show up every day and be your own biggest hype man. Literally walk like your shit don't stink. Obviously, there are nuances. You know what I mean? If someone is sick, or you know what I mean? If someone's going through something, you know what I mean? We're not talking about those moments where you should be gentle and take care of other people. I'm talking about in general, in life. Why not just show up as your own biggest cheerleader and just walk around like you're the most powerful person in every room? Truly, just do it. Try it for a week. Try it for a day. I promise you, you're going to feel really, really good. Being humble gets you nothing. You know what I mean? Being humble gets you nothing. Now, there's a difference between not being humble and being arrogant. I'm not talking about that. But in general, I just want more people and use this Leo Mars transit energy and listen to this Leo Mars tell you that being confident, there's nothing wrong with being confident. There's nothing wrong with you being loudly and proudly confident. You know what I mean? If there's something that you love and there's a skill that you have, chances are that's your thing, right? That's your thing. It could be anything. It could be anything. Stop downplaying how good you are at it. Stop. Stop downplaying how good you are at it. Just say you're the best at it. Say you're the best at it. Own that shit. Truly. Okay, so you guys want to know a very interesting fact that I learned from my psychiatrist. I had met my psychiatrist for an appointment, and she told me this statistic that just blew my mind. It's basically about the power of a good therapist, or the right therapist. You know, I shouldn't say good, because anyone can be good, but are they the right one for you? She actually let me know that 60% of your improvement depends on your relationship with your therapist. Really? Sit with that. So 60% of whether you improve or not, whatever it is that you're dealing with and you have to be in therapy for, right? 60% of it depends on your relationship with your therapist. That was mind-blowing to me. And honestly, it makes so much sense. Like, there has to be good synergy between the two of you. Like, I love my psychiatrist so much, and we talk about my shit, but then like for the rest of the time, we're shooting the shit about like our government, about the world, about our, you know what I mean? Just talking and feeling so comfortable with each other. And it makes me so, so, so happy. And honestly, it just goes to show how important it is to be seen in healing spaces. You know what I mean? Like when you are in a therapy session, obviously these are professional therapists, right? So they're always going to listen and ask you questions. But if there is just a disconnect there, if there is just a reason why you feel like you're not being fully heard or maybe understood, it's time to go. You know what I mean? Once again, you're not stuck here. Once again, you could leave. You could find someone new. There's always going to be someone out there for you in therapy that makes you feel even more comfortable to speak out on the things that you're dealing with. And I encourage you to do that. I always say with therapists, it's like dating. You know what I mean? You have to date around to find the right one, right? Don't just go with the first one that you see or the second one. Or if someone recommended someone to you, that's great. They can be great for that person. Maybe they're not great for you, and that is totally fine. So be patient when it comes to finding the right therapist for you. And this kind of does tie into the Scorpio full moon energy too. Healing does not happen in isolation. You know, we heal through a lot of our safe relationships. And I actually tried to talk about this, or I posted a clip on TikTok about Scorpios and how, you know, our alone time is amazing and we love our alone time. But when it's toxic and we're vibrating at our lowest vibration, we can use our alone time to kind of punish ourselves and say that we don't deserve to, you know, have people that support us. And a lot of people understood it, but there were some Scorpios that were mad. They were like, no, I love my alone time. No, I thrive in my alone time. I did not say you don't. Like, did I say you don't? I literally started the video with, I know we love our alone time. I know we're comfortable with our alone time. But when operating at your lowest vibration, you can sometimes use alone time to put yourself on a darker path, to self-destruct, you know, to self-sabotage. So I think it's very important to have people around you, have relationships, have a community that you can heal with, and they can watch you heal and be there for you and hold space for you while you do it and not judge you through it. You know, I think a lot of people would feel more comfortable to heal in private and not show other people that they're going through something, and they just suddenly emerge and they're better. But that's not life. That's not real life. And also, if you have the kind of relationships where you can only show up when you're fully healed and you can't be around them when you're in it and going through it and in the healing process, you don't have good people around you. You don't. Or you do have good people around you and you don't trust them enough to do that, which is a problem within itself. You know, you have to be able to trust the people around you enough to share when you're going through shit. You have to. I always say this, a secret, a pain point is always worse when it's in your head and it's not shared with anyone, because our brains can be our biggest enemies. Our brains can truly, truly, truly trick us into thinking that something is a way bigger deal than it actually is. You know, a lot of times secrets that we keep in our heads for so long, our brains have now added more shit to it that makes it scarier. Whereas if you were to have just shared this insecurity or this whatever it is you're dealing with someone, their point of view, their POV will completely shift your perspective, and they might have the best solution for you. Or they might just tell you, hey, no one sees it like that. Or, hey, actually, I've gone through that. Or this person I know has gone through that and they're okay. But you don't even give yourself a chance to experience that relief if you just keep the secret in your head, or if you just keep your insecurity in your head and you don't share it with anyone, you know? So find the right people around you to share these things with and to share your secrets with, because when you find trustworthy people that help you release these things and create a safe space for you to release them, you feel lighter. You feel so much lighter, because a lot of things, they're not as big of a deal as it is in your head. And the things that are a big deal, those are the things for your therapist. And if you are in a place where you are able to afford a therapist and you've kind of been like going back and forth, I say do it. Just take the plunge. And if it's a bad experience with the first one, don't give up. Do not give up, because you deserve a good therapist. I think we all do. All right, you guys, that is the end of today's Yap Therapy session. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what house the Scorpio full moon is happening in your chart. And maybe I'll give you a little bit of advice depending on what house it is affecting. So let me know what house Scorpio is in your chart. Comment about any of the topics I touched on. I love hearing you guys' responses and your takes on everything that I talk about. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, wherever, leave me a review on that app because it helps me out a lot. Or come to the YouTube. Even if you listened, come to the YouTube and comment and share your thoughts with me, because you guys' voice matters to me a lot, a lot, a lot. So I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves this weekend. It is, it is a prelude to the Scorpio full moon on Monday. So take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Try not to get triggered. And if things are triggering you, stay away from them. You know what I mean? Do your own thing, okay? Do things that bring you comfort, because it is still very much Taurus season. So I love you guys so, so much, and I will talk to you next week.